In this issue of ICC in Focus, we talked to Herman von Hebel, Registrar of the International Criminal Court, about the ICC's witness protection system. The Registrar is the principal administrative officer of the court, and among other duties, is responsible for the protection and support of witnesses and victims. It has been alleged that the ICC is paying witnesses to testify against the accused persons. Are witnesses paid to testify at the ICC?
No, witnesses are not paid to testify before the court. A witness is a person who has been called or may be called to testify before the court. As such, a witness is different from a victim, and witnesses play an important role in allowing the judges to establish the truth. Witnesses should not suffer financial consequences because they give testimonies. Therefore, it is a standard practice that witnesses receive an attendance allowance as compensation for wages, earnings, and time lost as a result of testifying. The court also pays for other expenses associated with giving the testimony, such as the trip to the location of the trial proceedings and accommodation during the time spent away for the purposes of the testimony only. Where deemed necessary, after a thorough examination of a witness' situation and the risks related to their testimonies before the ICC, the witness may also be granted protection measures.
Is the ICC relying on the government of Kenya to protect witnesses?
The ICC protection program has a large number of protective measures, whether operational or procedural. Some protective measures require cooperation from the national authorities, and others would not require it. In order to implement the protective measures, the court relies on its own capacities, but may also rely on the cooperation of states parties. This matter is examined on a case-by-case basis. One of the most important elements of any protection program is discretion, which explains why I cannot give further details on this subject.
Who decides whether or not a witness is going to be protected? Why are witnesses given protection measures?
The Rome Statute states that the court shall take appropriate measures to protect the safety, physical and psychological well-being, dignity and privacy of witnesses if they would be at risk on account of giving their testimony. It is important to note that the court can only provide its protection services in relation to threats which are connected to the witness involvement with the court. Procedures have been established whereby a party to the proceedings, such as defense, the prosecution, or the legal representative of victims, can consult with the registry to request protective measures. This consultation would normally take place as a result of concerns raised by a victim or witness to the party they are dealing with. Any request for protective measures is independently assessed by the Victims and Witnesses Unit, a neutral unit in charge of protection, and decided upon by the registrar. At any moment during the court proceedings, judges can grant protective measures to any victim or witness testifying at the court.
Does the ICC have its own independent witness protection system? How does it work?
Yes, it does. The Rome Statute expressly provides for a united and coherent approach by the whole court to protect witnesses who appear before the court and others who are at risk on account of a testimony given by such witnesses. The goal of protection is to conceal the fact that a person is a witness and to make witnesses feel safe and comfortable. Protection in this sense encompasses both the physical and psychological well-being of the witness. Once a witness is at a court to testify, the ICC can use face or voice distortion or use a pseudonym for the witness. Separate special measures can be ordered by the court for traumatized witnesses, a child, an elderly person, or a victim of sexual violence. Protective measures do not affect the fairness of a trial. They are used to make witnesses safe and comfortable. They apply for both referring parties, the prosecution and the defense equally. All parties and participants are bound by confidentiality and respect to protective measures.